for most people, they work their entire life. Like they miss out on the things that they should have done in their 20s, in their 30s, you know. But they're using it to work, they're using it to also, they're doing 2-3 jobs. It's really not healthy. Like looking at it, to be very honest, it's really not healthy.
Actually, what you said makes a lot of sense, because at the end of the day, if I were to work so long, we could as well be making memories along the line.
Absolutely.
Because we're not going to be 60 and say want to take that girl's trip.
It's not going to be girls, she's going to be grandma's trip. Just people give charity the money
on the internet.
Anybody that's single, just know you're a bad person at this point.
Say what you want. Because have you seen a man not tell a woman what they want?
Real. It's a tool to control women, to say I'm bigger than you, I can do this to you. That's it about value system and standards. They cross across genders. It's not gender.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time on here, welcome to the family. My name is Okwemi, and on here I create content based on lifestyle, commentary, advice. Whatever you want, we have it. Please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff. As you can see with me, I have a special guest, my second guest on the channel, my friend. Let's welcome Eniola.
Hi.
Tell us something about yourself.
Okay, my name is Eniola. Something about myself. Well, I want to say I'm a law student. It sounds boring, but I think that's what I'm going to say.
She's my intellectual friend. You know, she's about the books. You know, they are the scholars, and the money makers, of course. This is the first time we're actually spending a lot of time
together.
And we're having fun.
We're
having girl fun.
I think that we're actually supposed to do this before, but I felt like we'll do this, but now we're here. Time.
So what are we doing today? We don't know what we're doing, but it's definitely going to be girl chat. That's just and we'll have different sections. Share our 2 cents.
Our 2 cents, experiences, what we think about everything. Stay tuned.
So what we'll start off with, the one that has been piercing everybody's skin, being the new adults. Being the new adults, we're no longer teenagers. We're no longer having, our parents to fund the bills. We're having to take up the future, take up serious things. So what's the experience been like for you being a new adult now?
See, that's the thing, because it's now when it's my turn that you are selling bottle water 200, 250, 300. That's absolute. When bottle water was 59, I was not an adult.
Girl,
I was not an adult.
When food stuff was basic things you can afford, is not something you have to think about and stress about.
Absolutely.
Why the new aunties, please don't do us like this. We want to give our nieces, little children.
Going into that conversation is another thing. Auntie, oh my God, please don't auntie. In short, I'm looking for auntie.
Have you understood?
I'm looking for the auntie.
Somebody literally respecting you so much. I'm just some years older than you.
Don't call me mom. Don't call me mom, sir.
Kneel down.
I will call you sir. Actually,
and whether we like it or not, we're at that age where because when we too were younger, those people at this our age where people will respect, big auntie now, what the new auntie?
This is me, I'm a young girl.
And we're expected to also give people money now. Nobody's going to give us money so students, habits. You're part of us, you're working.
And I think that even the fact that social media technology has made the world a global village, that you get to see your age mates, you get to see people in your age group, they're doing crazy things. Even you yourself, you have to buckle up. You have to start doing what you need to do. You have to start, you have to start pursuing your dreams, because you're seeing people achieving their dreams as early as 19, as early as 20, and you are you're getting to your mid-20s. You're wondering that, what am I doing with my life?
I thought about this yesterday, that how before, the kind of success young people are having right now is what people in their 40s, in their 50s started having. That was you worked so much, this is the result, like after so many years of working. But now people are achieving the result of the older generation,
their
like
early
in their
20s.
So it's like overwhelming, like okay, now we need to do more, now we need to do times 2, now we need to do times 100, like and it's actually, do you think it's normal? Do you think it's healthy? Because I think it's good to achieve success early, but that pressure of everybody now want to have arrived at, like ideally, you should be achieving some kind of amount of wealth at like that older age for me. Because now we have more depressed people. They have money, but they are like not really happy genuinely. Like the money is like a comfort. Money is good though. I'm not saying money is that, because money makes
money.
money will actually make you like have an easier life. Yes. So what do you think about that?
So I generally, and I'm going to use myself as an example. So I'm doing internships, getting social media jobs, doing this work, doing that. I think that because for most of us, we're going to work for the rest of our lives.
True.
We are. I think it's a two-way thing, to be honest, because now we are at the stage where people can retire as early as their 30s. You can retire your 30s, you can retire your 40s. You don't have to wait until you're 65 to do that. So I would say it's two ways, because if you do as much work in your 20s and 30s, you can retire in your 30s compared to, but at the same time, it also breeds a this thing where people are working so early that for most people, they work their entire life, like they miss out on the things that they should have done in their 20s, in their 30s, but they are using it to work, they're using it to also, they're doing 2-3 jobs. It's really not healthy. Like looking at it, to be very honest, it's really not healthy.
Actually, what you said makes a lot of sense, because at the end of the day, if we're going to work so long, we could as well be making memories along the line.
Absolutely.
Because we're not going to be 60 and say want to take that girl's trip.
It's not going to be girls, she's going to be grandma's trip. It doesn't work.
It's going to not be fun. And that's probably have like a grandchild, or like you have bigger things to do, like
and people have like
taking care of our
health. I'm sorry, do you want to be doing Megan Thee Stallion news when you're at your 10? It's not possible.
It's not that you can
do that. So
absolutely. So I think we should just try to like I've said this like maybe sometime last year or so, that as we're making money, try to enjoy the money and make
absolutely
saving it, especially saving in naira. Let's talk about saving in naira. Like they're just playing games with your
just people give charity the money, because at this point, like that's it. Because, and even talking about this enjoying yourself, we're seeing more cases of young people in their 20s, late 20s, early 30s, mid 30s, they're having heart attacks, they're having those kind of diseases that illnesses that people in their 60s are to be having. You get so you just have to have that. It's important to have that balance. And if you go to the naira conversation, like if you're earning in naira and you're spending in naira and you're saving in naira, and you want to take vacations to Maldives, you want to go to,
your naira is not going to save
no, it cannot.
It can't do a lot. I really think, oh my goodness, what can we really do? Because if the inflation is like making devaluing your money that you're saving, you might as well buy that thing you want to buy now. Just buy.
That's even another conversation to be honest. You talk about, you have to save your money, you don't want to do, and this overconsumption thing that we're seeing on TikTok as well. I understand that, but life is once. Just buy.
No second life, no part. You don't get to do this again.
Because you go to like you probably go on Instagram, you check a vendor, or you go to the market, and the next day it's not even the same price. They're going to tell you that, and I want you that.
And it's happening within days, within weeks of price increasing.
Like what's
going on? I might as well just buy it.
Absolutely.
Because your money is like, let's talk about savings. Like I think, honestly, these days I look at people, I'm like, how are you saving? Like since we're talking about the naira is value, what are people investing in? How are people doing it? Because even if you are saving in dollars and you are living in Nigeria, so you are changing your money, so it's like you're still suffering the suffering of person. You're on the same scale of person earning in naira. So how are people saving? Like what do you think like people should save into right now? Like what kind of saving? Because I hear of stock, I'm hearing of stock, like girls have been talking about stock, and I'm like, stock also is like very risky.
Okay.
Like it has.
I think that's the thing. I think that the first thing you have to do your homework in everything, and I think that for a lot of people, we don't see our money as something that we have to take care of the way we take care of our body, the way we do our makeup, the way we take care of our hair, our wigs, all of those things. We don't see our money as that. When you see your money as that, you begin to understand the impact, the value of the money that you have, what you can use the money to do, and really sit down, do your homework about investments. I feel like that's like the first thing. Like that's in anything, you have to do your homework about it. If it's that you want to save in Naira, you want to use Piggyvest, you want to use some of these apps, you have to be that. I think that's you have to be financially literate. First thing first, go online. There's YouTube there are Nigerian, there's Money Africa, there's all of these things that you can do that. So I think that's the first thing. And before you even start thinking, let me save my, first know what you're doing.
And I think why, like, speaking about like why people shy away from issues of money, because honestly our parents didn't teach us how to save money. Well, they taught us how to spend it, you know, what to use it for. Like we are very familiar with what I want to use money for, what I need it for.
Well, I think that maybe growing up we probably didn't have as much knowledge about those things, but I feel like now that we are adults we can have a insight into what they did, that our parents will probably save this particular amount of money because they know school fees is coming, because they know probably they want to take us to do vacation. You know, when we were younger we did not have insight to those things, but I think now we can. They probably will not tell us or have those conversations, because I'm sorry, African parents, they probably won't do that.
It's not your problem, it's not your business, it's forced to handle.
But if you look at it and you try to look at it more deeply, you can understand that there were certain things that they probably were saving about that you probably didn't know as a child. You know, because me in my house, my mother would tell you, don't buy all of these things, keep your money for food. Food is important, because I felt like I grew up with that was like the only thing. So food.
Like please, you must eat, you think of problem later. You think of problem later. It's better that it's okay, that's in their belly.
Absolutely.
This part is the one that has been giving a lot of people headaches, sleepless nights on the internet, in real life. Let's talk about.
I'm really curious about this.
Let's talk about the dating experience in 2024. Today, this age, this period, this era.
I'm so sorry for everybody that is in the streets right now. I'm very sorry. Because it feels like the streets are muddy. Like they're very, very. It's short. It's very muddy. You get.
It's ghetto.
It's ghetto. So I'm sorry for everybody on the street, because I am not. Sorry, I'm absolutely not.
People are like, I feel like right now everybody is like, we're tired of relationship people. Let the single people be like, there's no space. There's actually no space for single people.
Anybody that's single, just know you're a bad person at this point.
That's why you need to meet.
So people should meet each other and find a way. But even the old relationship, because when I see some things on Twitter, I see the way men and women, they talk to each other on Twitter and some of their standards, and I look at it and be like, I'm sorry, anybody that ends up with you, people should, in short, all the bad people end up with you. Let good people find themselves. Like
I'm of that saying that, like, even the talks of traditional men and women and modern man and a modern woman, I think let everybody find themselves. Find your person. Why are you complaining that a girl wants to live a certain way, look a certain way, spend her money a certain way, like live a certain life? Why are you bothered? Because guess what, there's a man that wants her to live that lifestyle. If you don't live that lifestyle, it's wondering, are you really a girl? Like, why don't you, like, there are really some men that want you to just like bask in that your feminine like energy, why there are some men that they want you to be an independent woman. You know, there are some men like that. Actually,
like, because when you hear this thing, you hear red pill males talking about some of these things. I think that when I see discussions and conversations like this, I think that people need to sit with themselves to have an understanding of what they want in life. Like of the kind of man that you want. Because there are some women that fiercely independent. Like that's just who they
their
are.
nature. That's what they love.
You know, there's some women that they want to be stay-at-home moms. They want to be all of these things. I feel like you have to know yourself and know like who you are and the things that you want to do, because if not, she's not gonna do mismatch. I don't know, because I think
people need to. That's true. I think it's also coming from a place of people not really saying what they want, what they expect from a partner, and you just want the guy to see you a certain way. You don't want him to see you as someone that likes money or someone that, you know, wants to be pampered, wants to be baby. And you expect him to read your mind, and sometimes even if it's not reading your mind, it's probably not the guy for you that will treat you that way you want to be treated. So you might as well just open your mouth and say, oh, this is what I would like this is how I want to be treated, this is how I want to be romanced, because it's nothing to shy about, because now you now stock up like, why is it like this, why is it not doing this? Say what you want. Because have you seen a man not tell a woman what he wants? Real.
See, I always say this thing, the audacity. I feel like men audacity probably. I don't know.
We need to buy it. Where
are selling it at this point? At this point, I've even told I'm going to have that kind of audacity, because
they are bold.
No, I think women need to be as bold as men regarding these things, because if not,
actually going to be like trampled upon. Because I've never seen a man not walk up to a lady he likes. Even there are some men. This can be controversial, but there are some men that you look at the girl, you know you have no business with this girl. You know that the kind of man she wants, you are not the type of man. Also vice versa. Then you tell her what you want. You are fearless. You say it as it is, like what you like her to do, what you want her to do to you, what you expect. But a woman would like try to play humble, try to play
I think that's even the thing.
I don't want you to.
I think that's a societal thing, because you know, when you see certain conversations about women, you also look at the church, you look at some society norms. Like there are norms, but there are things that they insinuate that women should have. Sometimes they might not tell you these things directly, but there is this thing that you should be soft. By soft, I mean you should be anything. Okay, yes, you agree. You should be agreeable. If you look at certain, I think this discussion was even on Twitter one time, that somebody was saying, oh, she did not do this because of, you know, she gets married. I think that's just an example. You know, there's certain things that you'll be like, oh, I don't think you should do this thing too much, because when you have a boyfriend or when you have a husband, when you get married, like don't be too don't take this kind of job, don't be a pilot, you're not gonna be at home, you're not gonna be this. These things are,
a man wouldn't appreciate it. A man
like oh, you're too tall for a girl. I don't get, I should cut my leg.
What do you mean by a girl is being too tall? Like, what does that even mean? That's the natural thing.
So these are things that young women, young girls, they grow up with, like they hear it everywhere. Sometimes not even the family. That's why I talk about society. That's why I talk about society structures, the school, the church, the playground, everywhere. It's all those tiny things.
These expectations that women are supposed to just live up to. While on the flip side, if a man is doing something that is not acceptable, but because he's a man, because he's a man, it's like I mean, I saw a lady. She got married after having 7 children, and people went crazy about it on the internet. Like, wow, who would marry her? Why would you marry her? She's like a used product. I'm like, men marry as divorcee of, you know, the third wife. They are literally on the third, second, first wife, with kids, and women marry them. A lady without kids that has never married before, probably just finished school or something, she would marry man. Nobody is like, so I think that's saying, oh, it's a product. But for a woman, it's like, it's just hypocrisy for me.
Actually, I do agree with you, because looking at the society and how they view women, because we also talk about societal norms, societal expectations. It happens for both men and women. Agreed. There's the thing for the men. I understand that, but there's also the part of women, of how the society sees women. Imagine you're calling a human being a used goat. This is a human being. Like, let's even remove gender. Let's remove male or female.
Like,
let's remove gender.
Person.
This is a human being. So we have these conversations and we talk about women as though that they are plastic. And so like they're something that you dispose.
Yes.
So when we see, and I think that's very fundamental to the change that should happen in the society, and there should be like we educate, especially for young children and young boys. You know, to say a human being before I'm even a babe. I'm a human being.
Like, I'm just like
I think that's fundamental.
Like human decency,
and dignity.
Like, honestly. And I think it's high time. Let's move on to men. It's high time men are able to call out other men the way they call out women. Because I see this play out every time. Like, a man is so quick to call out a woman, to tell her how to do, how to behave, how to act, what she should do, where she should go, where she should. Like, it's endless, it's exhausting. But I don't see them telling men, their fellow men, to do this thing. They have like more respect for their other men.
Yes, I agree.
And it's like you're not being civil right now. Because I would respect a man that calls out a woman the same way he calls out a woman. Like, every single day it's easy to call out a woman. But when there are issues that pertains to men, like acting wrongly, especially towards women, who are always the one
at the receiving end,
of it all, and they don't call out their fellow men. They don't. Yes, all men are not like being bad, but like, call out the men that are being bad. You don't know them, you don't have to do them with whatever. But like, just the same way you don't know women and you say, oh, all women are this. Apply that same energy. Like,
I think that's one of the things about the double standard in the society, you know. And people, even men, I've seen interviews where men talk about that when a man can do this, do that for you, but it does not respect you, you're wasting your time. Even men will tell you that, you know. So imagine you're in a society where, as a woman, you know, fundamentally the male is seen as higher than you, is giving more respect. Like, even we look at organizations, we look at corporate, like
work sector,
you know, people, funny thing, you might be the boss, but because they're seeing it can be your male assistant, people will show the male assistant more respect than you.
Because, I mean, we see it even in movies, like, the boss, exactly. The boss, and it's like, you are the boss as a woman. As a woman, you can't be a leader.
So I think that's the thing that and I think that, and that's why I think I'm grateful for feminism now, that we call out men a lot. You know, because men don't call them, some do, but they don't call themselves out. It's the same way when you see people giving expectations of how women should be. They don't give expectations of how men should be.
Like,
and this is men. You say, oh, as a woman, you don't dress like this, you don't walk like this, you don't do this. But are you talking about men like you? Do you tell men like you what to do? See, that's the thing. That's where it starts.
Nobody tells a man what to do.
Whether it's me you're gonna tell to do, it's me. Come on,
like, it's overwhelming. But I think the reason why we're talking about is like, just do better. You don't need to argue or give an excuse. Men should do better. The same energy you use to correct a woman or say advice and share your opinion, share it to your fellow men too. And let's talk about feminism. Like, I want you to open the floor. What is that thing that bothers you when you hear people say feminism?
So